Okay, take 3. I love a live audience. I am very excited to share this recipe with y'all because this is one of my favorite recipes I've developed in a while. And that's saying a lot because I like all the recipes that I develop, but this tangy Thai braised chicken is #1 on my list right now. It's tangy, hence the title. It's got a little bit of sweetness, it's filled with umami flavors, and it's just absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna show you how to make it. So braising, if you don't know what that is, it's really just like cooking something in a liquid, kind of poaches, but also gets that nice brown on the top, and it just leaves the chicken so tender. And so we're gonna start off with a braising liquid. So to make the braising liquid, we've got 1/3 cup of coconut aminos, 1/2 cup of coconut milk, 1/2 cup of chicken broth, 1/3 cup of sweet chili sauce. Let's see if this is actually 1/3 cup. I have more. Not enough. Time out. This is like the sauce that you dip your spring rolls in. It's sweet, it's got a little bit of spice to it. It's just delicious. 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Just eyeball it. Some coconut sugar, gives it that nice juxtaposition to the spice. And last, lots of garlic, 3 cloves minced. You're just gonna whisk this up and set this aside. We're gonna use this once we get this chicken browned. I have my oven at 375 preheating, and let's get going. We're kind of gonna get everything into this braising pan, but any oven safe skillet will do. And then we're gonna pop in the oven and let the oven do the work. So, start off, get that warm. I have these whole chicken legs, but you could use some thighs and drumsticks, kind of a combination of the two. Plenty of salt and pepper. Just kind of press that in there so it adheres to the skin. Flip them. Get a little bit of avocado oil in that pan. Get that nice and hot, and then just season the backs of these as well. Now we're gonna want that skin side down and get it nice and golden. Get them in there like a little puzzle piece. And you want to keep them down until that nice golden brown crust forms. It's gonna take like 6 to 8 minutes. Don't mess with it. Okay, so while that's cooking, I'm gonna get some of my aromatics going. I've got 2 shallots. We're just gonna kind of slice those. They don't have to be super thin because they're gonna roast. Next, take like an inch knob of ginger. Gonna get off the skin, obviously. And then I like to slice it real thin first, and then cut it into thin matchsticks. 6 scallions. And with the onions, you're just gonna cut them into like 2-inch pieces. And save this like last tip for a garnish at the very end. Depending on your heat preference, which mine is pretty high, this isn't spicy. This sweet Thai chili sauce adds a little bit of heat, but it's not much. So I'm gonna add 2 Thai chilies. I'm just gonna cut them in half so they infuse that flavor, but you're not gonna get bits of Thai chili and bites. So these are all of our aromatics that are gonna go into our dish. All right, so let's check our chicken now. It's been about 6 minutes. They should easily release from the pan if they have that beautiful golden brown color to them. And you're gonna turn off the heat, flip them over. Again, it's a little bit of a puzzle getting all these legs in there. You're just gonna scatter all these beautiful aromatics around the chicken. Got the shallot. It's okay if it's on top too. the ginger, all the green onion, the Thai chilies if you're feeling frisky, and then last but not least, our beautiful liquid gold. So this is really just like a super fancy roasted chicken recipe, but you're gonna have that gorgeous broth. Just pour that right over the top, and we're gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna bake it uncovered. That braising liquid is gonna reduce nicely, and it's gonna make this chicken so tender and so flavorful. And this is gonna take about 45 minutes. All right, I've got my rice in my rice cooker, and now this is the time that I'm usually running around the house, doing some last minute chores, getting my kids' homework done, and let the oven do the work. Hi, Chippers. Here he is, my garden assistant. Cilantro and Thai basil. Hopefully this chicken is done. I feel like it's been 2 hours. All right, let's get this bad boy out of here. The smells are exquisite. I've got my chicken, I've got my steamed rice, I've got some fresh herbs to put over the top of this. I'm just gonna let this cool for like a minute or two. Fluffing my rice, and dinner is ready. So just to complete this little fella, I'm gonna add in those green onions that I saved, some fresh cilantro, and then my favorite, lots of Thai basil. Okay, and then plating is simple. You're just gonna spoon some of this steamed white rice right there to the side. Then put a chicken leg right there. I just spilled something. Now the best part, brothy goodness with all that beautiful flavor. You're just gonna spoon it over and around this whole dish. And this is one of those that's like simple enough for a weeknight, but impressive enough to host guests. I made this recently when we had guests over and everyone loved it. A little bit more Thai basil for your girl. This is tender enough where you really don't need a knife, but I'm gonna pretend to be like a civilized human. And just, this chicken is fall apart, delish. You can tell the skin kind of stays that golden brown crisp on the top, but the rest is just cooked in that beautiful liquid. That rice, this is restaurant worthy. Some of my best work. You ought to try this one. Tangy Thai braised chicken, full recipe is on thedefineddish.com today. Let's go check it out.